Welcome to Intellifluence, an influencer marketing service you can actually afford. I'm going to take you through the process of setting up a health and beauty influencer marketing campaign with an emphasis on nutrition. We'll go through the process from start to finish, and afterwards we'll take a few minutes and analyze the campaign. This will show you how easy it is to use Intellifluence to get reviewed, build awareness, and increase your sales. For the purpose of today's demonstration, I'm the representative of the brand Zoe Longevity Products, and I am going to market a vitamin and supplement regimen. Okay, so once you've joined and you've logged into your dashboard, we're going to go ahead and create a new campaign. First, give your campaign a name. Make sure it accurately describes your product or service, as influencers will see this. Next, choose the type of compensation you want to offer influencers. You can choose free product, cash, or both. And you'll see that the fields change depending on what you choose. For the purpose of today's demonstration, we're going to go with both. Then you enter what the free product you're offering is here, and then the retail value of the product. And if you're offering cash, put in how much you're going to offer on top of the free product. Next, choose how many influencers you want to work with. We'll go with 25, and you'll notice a notification up here that says you don't have sufficient funds to pay 25 influencers $50 each in this specific instance. That will vary based on what you enter. Now, that's just a notification letting you know that you don't have sufficient funds to actually pitch the influencers at this time, but you don't need to worry about that until later on. We'll cover that when we discuss adding funds to your account. Next, the required work section is very important, so I want to take a second on this. You want to enter all of the required work of the campaign here, and if there's an issue with a transaction, it's typically because there's a miscommunication here in the required work section. So we want to be very explicit of what we're looking for. So you notice I put, upon acceptance to the campaign, you're going to order the product. Here's how it's going to come to you. Here's where you're going to order it. And once the influencer has been approved and added to your campaign, you'll send them the coupon code and you let them know that there. Once the influencer's tried the product, please post a review on Instagram, and then you can add in what you're looking for specifically in the post here. And then, I like to put in payment information here when I'm running a campaign, just so the influencer knows how and when they're going to be paid. If you're using Intellifluence payments, all payments are backed by the Intellifluence promise, and we have a link here, so you can provide that to the influencer if you want, where they can read the terms of the payment. Next, you're going to choose what info you want to require from them. If you want to require something like a mailing address, if you're going to ship them the product directly, you'd want that mailing address. In this instance, they're going to go to your website and enter it anyways, so it's kind of redundant. Email address, if you want, we'll go over Intellifluence messaging here in a minute, so you might not need that. What's really important is that you add a campaign image. Now, this is an image that represents your product. This makes your offer stand out in the marketplace. It makes it look way better. It's very important that you choose an image for your campaign. Next, you select your start and your end date here. We'll give it a month or so for this campaign. When you come down to here, you're going to see the option to syndicate the offer to public partners and then display in internal marketplace. So this is the Intellifluence marketplace, and this goes beyond to our third-party partners. This will give you the most exposure this way. If your plan allows you to, you can run a private campaign as well, where you're simply seeking out influencers to pitch. It's up to you. But like I said, if you leave those boxes checked, you're going to get the most exposure for this campaign, and this will give the ability for influencers to apply to be a part of your campaign. Next, you're going to select up to 5 categories that best represent your product or service right here. You're going to choose which countries you want to target. And then you're going to select which social platforms or blogs or podcasts you want to target. For this campaign, I'm going to use Instagram, but you can select whichever you want, however many you want. Next, you have the option of choosing a minimum audience size. So this will filter out influencers that do not adhere to the audience size you've chosen. Right there. You can leave that blank too. That's optional. Next, if you want, you can put in the link back URL. This will be the URL that you want the influencer to promote in their post. So you would enter the URL there. Below, you have the option of entering a suggested post message. So this can be a prompt that helps the influencer create a post that adheres to what you're looking for right there. So you can give them that prompt if you like. This is all optional here. The posting dues. You can add more things that they need to adhere to, and then the posting don't. Typically, I just put no slang or profanity. That should be a non-issue, but you never know. And once you're done and everything looks correct, you filled out all the fields, all the information's accurate, you've uploaded an image, you have the visibility set to how you like it, you can go ahead and click Save. Once you have saved your campaign, you're automatically redirected to our Discover tool. The Discover tool will enable you to effortlessly search our entire network of influencers and apply advanced filters to display the absolute best candidates. You'll notice this message here saying that your campaign is live, here's what to do next. It's time to find influencers. To make things easy for you, we apply the necessary filters based on the information you've entered, the maximum product value, the maximum spend value. So this will display influencers that will accept the dollar amount of the product you're offering, as well as the payment amount, as well as the categories and the country or countries that you've specified, and the social profiles. Now these are ones that we apply based on the information that you enter. And you can see the influencers here, and this is just an infinite scroll. You'll keep getting more and more and more. Now you can adjust these filters at any time. You can clear all of them if you want to start from scratch and just search our entire network, or you can apply more or refine them here. Now when you get multiple campaigns going, you can filter based on your different campaigns here. This will apply the predetermined filters based on the information you've provided right here. For right now, you can dig deeper. You can refine by gender. You can add or change the countries you want to target. And for certain countries, you can go even further. Like for the United States, you can select state. You can go zip code and select a radius to target for a hyper-local campaign. You can add or revise the specialties, search by influencers you've worked with. You can search by budget. Now it's best to search with the actual budget of your campaign, but you certainly don't have to. You can refine by social platform audience. So you can say, hey, I want to have a Facebook page reach of at least 1,000, and I probably can't afford more than 10,000 based on what I've seen. So I'm going to apply those parameters there. So you'll only see Facebook pages with audience totals larger than 1,000 all the way up to 10,000. And you can apply that to Facebook profiles, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, SoundCloud, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at the moment. If you're searching bloggers, we have a bunch of different blog metrics you can search by. Link Research Tool score, the Power Score. Each metric, you can hover over the tooltip and it'll explain what metric we're displaying and how you can filter. So I'm going to adjust some of these because I'm only interested in Instagram campaign here. You can also search by name and or keyword. So I want to find someone who's interested in supplements. Now I want to stop and emphasize the importance of filters for a second. You might need to relax the filters if you're not getting the results that you want. What I mean by that is maybe we need to go beyond just fitness, health, and beauty. Maybe we need to add nutrition in. Maybe we need to think about changing our budget based on the influences that we're seeing. Maybe we need to offer more cash or a higher retail product if we're not seeing the results that we want at this point. So just consider that. Now each influencer card is going to display their bio, as well as the minimum product value they'll accept, as well as the minimum cash value they'll accept, their categories or areas of expertise, as well as their reach and their social media statistics. This is just at a glance. You can view their expanded profile with their expanded bio, images if they have it, and the different blog metrics here, and then their total social media reach. And you can check out each one of their profiles by clicking on the appropriate link. Now, once you find an influencer that you would like to pitch, hover over them and click Add to Campaign. Find the campaign you want to add them to and click Add. Once you've added the influencer to the campaign, you'll see the success message up here, and you can click here to go to the campaign. You'll end up at your campaign screen with the influencer in the transaction bar. At this point, you're ready to pitch. As I discussed earlier, you'll need to add funds to your account if you're running a cash campaign. Now, in order to do that, you'll notice your account balance up here. You can click Add Funds, and then you can easily add funds to the payment card that you have on file where you have your Intellifluence subscription billing each month. Otherwise, you can add a new card right here very seamlessly. Simply enter the total you want to add to your account and click Add Funds. It's as simple as that. Now you'll notice you can check your account balance up here at any time at a glance, and then you can also come over here right under your profile picture and check your account balance or update your payment methods at any time. Now that you've created a campaign, use the Discover tool with the advanced filters to find the best influencers, have added those influencers to your campaign, and then funded your campaign if you're including a cash incentive. Now it's time to pitch the influencers. You can pitch individual influencers, or you can select all if you had, or select a certain group if you had more, and then use the bulk pitch tool here if you want to pitch multiple influencers at once. I'm just going to send a single pitch to this influencer for the purpose of the demonstration. So I'm going to click Send Pitch. You'll notice the pitch is pre-populated with the information you entered when creating the campaign. Since I'm offering cash, you'll see the cash amount here along with the applicable Intellifluence payment fees added in to give you the total pitch, the pitch total here. If you're fine with the pitch, you can go ahead and send it. You can also make any changes you want to this specific pitch before sending. If you want all pitches to reflect these changes, you need to update the actual campaign, and that would be in the campaign screen here, and then you would click the edit button next to the campaign so you can update your campaign at any time right here, and then once you save that, any pitch you send will reflect those changes. All right, I'm ready to send my pitch to the influencer. Looks good to go. Once you have sent the pitch, you'll notice the pitched update there, and you are awaiting a response. And this kicks off the transaction flow. The influencer is going to review your pitch and then either accept, deny, or request changes through the messaging system. Right here is our messaging system. Any correspondence with this influencer will show up in here if they message you, and you can just click on the message box. Like I said, all the correspondence, including the pitch you sent, their response, lives there. Now, you might have to negotiate the pitch if they are looking for different terms or whatnot. So go back to our campaign here. So once the influencer accepts this pitch, you'll get a notification. Once the influencer or influencers have accepted the pitch or the pitches, you will get notifications. And when you log into your dashboard, you'll see the campaign along with the needing action notification. You'll see the message. You can pop over here into the message section and you'll see that the pitch has been accepted. And so you can either click here directly to go to the message thread to mark the product as sent when you're ready to send it, or we'll also take a look at the campaign view just to give you an overview of the transaction flow. So the transaction has been kicked off, and once the pitch is accepted, there'll be 4 more steps to complete the transaction. So they accepted, so now it's time for you to send the product and or cash, and you're going to give them all the pertinent details here that they need. So I'm saying, hey, welcome to the campaign. Here's the coupon code to go buy the product. Here's where you buy the product. And then here is your referral code I want you to use in your post once you receive the supplements. So we're going to mark this product as sent. And you will see the status updates right here. And we are awaiting the response. And we're back. You'll notice that they have marked the product as received. And they included a note in the message thread saying they received the product. We'll try it out and post a review later today. And now we wait. And we're back once again. And we're in the message section, and we notice that the influencer has marked the current status as posted. So let's go over to the message thread. And the influencer, when they send you the posted update, will provide the post link for you to review. So let's take a look. All right, so here's the post, and the influencer has done exactly what I've asked them to do. The review looks good, and down below I checked the link is there just how I wanted it. It's starting to get some love on Instagram, so that's awesome. So we can go back into our campaign screen, and this is ready to mark as complete. And you can provide a thank you, say I'd love to work with you again, let them know about other campaigns. But anyways, we're going to mark as complete, and that concludes the transaction. And we'll have the opportunity to rate their performance here. This will help make the community even better than it is. Now, in a perfect world, we could end the webinar right now because everything would be completed just as we wanted. But the reality is sometimes things go awry. And so the best thing to do is to have good, solid communication with the influencer and just make your best effort to solve any issues. If there's an issue with a product lost, or there's an issue where the post does not meet your standards, or they did something wrong, try to remedy the situation beforehand. If you've given it your best shot, tried to resolve it yourself, and there's just an issue that will not go away, we do have the option here to flag a transaction for review. And you'll notice our message here, please only flag a transaction for review after you've tried to resolve the issue on your own. And then the appropriate reasons for flagging transactions include, requesting to get help with any party to comply to the terms of the agreement, and then any non-professional manner if the influencer acted in that way, or if you want to bring something to our attention where there's an influencer is not complying with Intellifluence policies, or there's anything illegal, let us know. Flag the transaction here, but definitely try to resolve the issues before flagging the transaction. And if you send the pitch and the influencer doesn't want to work with you, or there's an issue there, you can but they haven't marked a step, so they haven't marked like a pitch denial or anything. There's an option to archive a transaction at a certain state, and you'd see that there if that applies. So now that we've completed a transaction from start to finish, it's time to analyze the campaign. Now the process will be very similar if you receive a marketplace application as if you pitch the influencer on your own. When an influencer applies to be a part of your campaign, you'll receive their application, and then if you approve it, you can send them the pitch, just like you sent a pitch on your own. So it's very similar there. The great thing about Intellifluence is it's a twofold system where if you make your campaign public, it's attracting attention in the marketplace as well as our third-party providers. And then you also have the ability to pitch influencers on your own, so you get double the effectiveness through that. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on discussing analyzing a campaign. We created a unique video called How to Analyze a Campaign on our YouTube channel you can check out. That'll go into greater detail there. The main thing I want to stress is when you're searching for influencers, just make sure that you're using the advanced filters appropriately to find the best influencers. And like I said, you might need to relax them a little bit. You might need to change your budget, expand the categories, really spend some time optimizing your search there, as well as optimizing your campaign. Maybe you just need to offer more product. Maybe you need to offer more cash. Maybe you need to be more explicit in the required work section if the influencers aren't adhering to what you're looking for. And like I said, it's really easy to edit a campaign at any point, as well as change those filters. And remember, you can always filter by the specific campaign. If you have multiple campaigns, you can apply those filters right there, and you'll see those filters apply, and the influencers will display accordingly. So I hope this helps you out with your health, beauty, wellness, influencer marketing, and we're always available for any questions. Now within our system, on any page, you can take a tour and get an explanation of how things work. Otherwise, if you're really stuck, you can go to our knowledge base here, and under brands, we have all of our different categories and our help tutorials. And if your question is not answered or you need additional help, you can go submit a request, and our friendly service staff is here to help. I hope this has helped you, and we look forward to helping you reach your influencer marketing goals.